Let's follow the flow path of the CO2 gas. Once a fire is detected by the heat detectors, both solenoids will be activated after a 20-second time delay. This gives time for anyone inside the enclosure to get out before releasing the CO2. CO2 will discharge from both pilot bottles and pressurize the line in both directions. To the right, the CO2 will go to the enclosure to start filling the enclosure with gas, and to the left, where it will supply back pressure to the one remaining initial discharge bottle. The last initial discharge bottle will now start to discharge. The CO2 will flow past the check valve and enter the line connecting the 5 extended discharge bottles. All 5 extended bottles will start to discharge CO2 and will start to flow to the enclosure through a 1/2 inch extended discharge steel line. The initial discharge will only last for a couple of minutes as the CO2 exits via 3 discharge nozzles that use 3/4 inch diameter steel piping. However, the extended discharge will last approximately 60 minutes. Both the initial and extended discharge lines have manual isolation valves. Position switches are connected to the control system and prevent starting when the valves are closed. These valves are designed that a padlock can be installed for security. There are 2 pressure switches that are activated at 30 psi. When a fire causes the fire bottles to discharge, the pressure is fed by a tube into the pressure switch. The fire system can't be reset as long as there is pressure in the initial and extended discharge line. That means the fire horn will be active for about 1 hour. However, if you remove the 4 screws and cover on the switch, you can turn the switch off. There are pressure relief valves on both lines in case of overpressurization of the lines. This can happen if the CO2 in the lines and bottles were subject to a lot of heat, such as a fire.